Hello and welcome to my new Flosstube. It's Flosstube 70 and it's nearing the end of October, and I thought it would be back in November, but I worked on so many projects and I uploaded my last video 2 weeks after filming. So it's time. It's time for a new update. I worked on a lot of projects. The stack is so big. It's it's 10 plus whips. So let's dive right in. I put them in order of which I worked on them. Words are hard again. Whew. And thanks again for last video. I struggled with words so much, and in the comments there were sweet comments with help of what word was I was looking for especially a certain animal. And yeah. So let's just dive right in. I worked on a lot of projects and I also have a finish. It's in a frame, but not nicely framed yet. It's I just put it in the frame. I need to line it out and just get it framed tight. But here is my finish. Let me see if I can get it without a glare. There we are. This is from the book from Emma Congdon and Stitches for the Earth, but they don't have names, so I just call this one 4 Seasons. I started this last fall. I did the fall in fall, winter in winter, and then time got away from me. Within the last couple weeks, I finished summer and spring, and I love how bright the colors are. It's just, this really makes me happy. So it will get a special place in my house. Yeah, I love it. But now I need to frame it because this is not okay. So I have to cough a lot, so if there are weird cuts, that's why. We're getting into fall here in the Netherlands, and everyone has the flu every year. So yeah, it's part of living in the Netherlands. In this project bag, made by Diane Frog and Fudge, is Kinga Storyteller. And to be honest, I have no idea what I did after filming. Oh, I did write it down. I did 0.2%, and it isn't a lot. But if I stitch a little bit on this every month or whatever, someday it will get done. So it's a biggie. It's all the way to down there, and now my hair is stuck. So I worked a little bit more over here, and this was the animal. I didn't know what the name was because we don't have it here. It's a chipmunk. So I worked more on that page, and I have no idea what I did exactly, but I pick a color from a row of a page, and the highest color in the most left block I will stitch. So I filled in more around there. So a lot to do, but now it is at 33%. So that makes me really happy, and I will put it back in the bag later. I just put the bag down first and the project, and so I stack. So cleaning up, it's not that hard in this way. Then I had a new start. Last time I showed the fox bookmark I made for my husband, and I started the second one, but I don't know where I left it. So I will see if I have a picture. I doubt it, but if I have one, it will be here. And otherwise, I'm cleaning out my desk at the moment, so everything is misplaced. I'm also still organizing my whips, which is now not so organized. So everything is everywhere, and when it gets back to being organized, I will find it back. It's somewhere. Then I had an project I stopped working on. I was working on a vintage daisy pattern, and I will put in a screenshot of last time. And I just didn't like it, how it came out, how it looked. So I won't finish that. Then I had a finish on the Four Seasons pattern. And after that I stitched on Full Moon. And I'm terrible with reminding things, so if you have seen already, I will put somewhere here the designer of the artwork of the pattern and other information if it's needed. So this is in a floppy project bag by Diane. I love this print. It has a really fun pink inside. And I worked on this just a little bit. It went from 5.15% to 6%. So, and I ironed it because it came up with my organizing stuff. So I just went down just a little. I worked quite a lot on this purple leaf and yeah, is this a leaf or a branch? I don't know. This thingy. And also for this one, I'm just working down the page. And it's from, I looked at it yesterday. It's Andrea Leverly or something like that. And it has the paint strokes. And when I only had this, it was looking like nothing. But the words. The further I get, the more beautiful it looks. So this is 6%, and I think I will stitch on this soon again because I love the bright colors. And when everything is getting gray in fall, I need bright colors. So after that I stitched on Sleep Time. It's quick stitch sleep time, color expansion. And again, in a project bag by Diane, most of my full coverages are, I stitched on a lot of full coverages. And this is my absolute favorite. I sent her the fabric, the books and flowers, and she made the bag for me. So I started this at 5%. And it's now at 6.69%. And it will be a long piece, so I will fold it. So here we are. We have a doggy. So also in this one I just worked my way down. And the dog is looking so cute. I have no idea where the page break is, but yeah, it's cute. And I was thinking about, because normally I just do a page and then the top row, but it only has 2 pages and a teeny tiny bit in a column. I'm sorry, words. Whew. My brain doesn't brain today. So I'm going to finish this part and then I go over and go down. And it will be really long, but yeah, I like it. So close to 7% already. Then there's one with a story. Here in the Netherlands we have a wonderful online shop. It's called Iris Borduurt, and she announced she was going to have a cozy fall stitch along, and I really liked the idea, so I started immediately when it came out. And it's 4 parts, and it's cozy fall themed. So I was like, oh, there's still a needle in this. I was like, yes, I need some cozy fall things. So I started on, there's still a thread hanging on 20 count Ada I dyed myself, and the first part was a camera. So teeny tiny on 20 count, and I was almost done with part 1, and then I was cleaning here in my room and I found the most perfect fabric for this stitch along, and these are the colors to give you an idea. Really nice fall themed colors. And the day before part 2 came out, I decided to start over on this wonderful printed Ada, and after stitching it twice I lost steam. I lost my interest. So I did start part 2, but this is my progress so far. And now I see it, I really like it, but I'm not drawn to stitching on it. It's printed Ada I bought secondhand, but I think it's from Russia. I have no idea. But it's perfect for this. This will be a squirrel, a backpack and mushrooms, or the other way around, I don't know. It's really cute, but I'm not drawn to stitching on it. So yeah, every part is around 500 stitches, so I can finish this in a week. I'm just not drawn to stitching on it, so maybe it will go away and I will stitch on it next fall, or just somewhere in the coming weeks, maybe as a car stitch, because I will be traveling quite a lot coming week. I don't know. It will be really cute when it's done. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, and these leaves, some of the leaves are stitched, and they have some back stitching. So part 1 is done. Part 2 will be the squirrel. I don't know. I don't know. So maybe I will just scrap it and never stitch on it again, but I will give it a second chance. Then what did I work on? I have them in order, so I don't have to check my notes. Also a beautiful bag. In here is Evening Serenity. A really, really, really big project. And on the it's a repurposed piece of fabric. So there's still a start of an old project on the end of it. I don't know if I have to take it out. I hope not. Evening Serenity. I finished the page. I didn't put down my percentage. There's not a lot to see yet, but here is a partial page. And it looks better on screen than in real life. It's just a purple blob. But I love purples and dark blues. So, and there will be a fox somewhere. So there are a couple projects I want to see if I can do a page a month, or just rotate through them, not in a set rotation, but finish a page on every one of the projects, and then after I did all those projects, I can choose again from all of them, and this will be one. I really, really love the purple. So I hope the fox will turn out nice, but it's a really, really big one. Did I write it down? It's 450 by 627. So not super sized, but big. Then I worked on another project. I really like this for taking with me, this project bag. It's like faux leather and it's really sturdy. In here is a SAL, and I'm not sure of the name. It was listed as Stitcher's Paradise SAL in a magazine, but it also had other names. I have my hoop on it. I will take it off. I misplaced this one for a while. My needle is stuck. So. It has a big hook mark now, but it's okay. So this is how far I am at the moment. It was nicely ironed, but then I put my hoop in. I really need to work on the border, but I finished this part with the bobbins and the part with the scissors, and now is the middle part, and it will say work in progress or stitching in progress, something in progress. And this is stitched on 20 count Aida, and for backstitch I use sewing thread because it's just thinner, and I really like the result, how it looks. Yep. All the parts are out, so I can just finish it when I get to it. So also a contender for car stitching. Then one of my favorites to work towards finish as well is Mini Deer Creek. I know this one's by Donna Gelsinger, charted by Hate. This was a pattern I started with some of my stitchy friends, and I really, really love it. So I started at 63.33%, and it's now at 66.04. So we're getting there, and it's so pretty. Let me get it to the other side. I thought these were threads, but it's the bark of the tree. It's so pretty. I love the deer, and it's ironed, so you can see it now. I really, really love this, and I want to, if it's framed, I want to hang it in this room. We have a green wall over there, just more of a forest green, so yeah, and I worked over here. So these branches, pine tree branches, they have a lot of confetti. And there's another one over here, and there will be bark. I worked a lot of threads in the water. So the page is till around here, and it's just 1.5 pages down to finish the project. So yeah. And also with this one, I just pick a color and work it down. And because there was more confetti, this one went down further, together with the black and brown. So yeah, finish for next year. I wanted to finish this year, but it's just too much stitching every day to finish it. Even if I do all my stitching on this one, I won't finish it this year. That's how much is left. Then another one of my favorites in here is Wise Owl. And again, the colors, oh, I can't, it's perfect. I did another page on this one. I'm looking for the percentage. I didn't write down my starting percentage, but I'm now at 10.43%. Let me fold it. And this is how far I am. Look at those colors. It's just, oh, this makes me so happy. I have 2.5 pages to go, I believe, not counting the one I started. I made little marks on the top to see where the pages are, because these pages are small. They're teeny tiny. So the owl got some more stitches. I worked in most of my threads. So part of me really wanted to work on the owl. Just go down a page. But the background is quite boring. There will be one more kind of boring page just like this. And on the other end there will be flowers similar to this. Maybe even coming in the next page. I won't need the whole width the pattern. Did I mark it? No. But I believe the center is around here. So yeah, this will be so beautiful. Yeah, it almost looks like a galaxy or something. Night sky, I don't know. Then I only have 2 projects left. This is a bag I made myself. I love this fall print. The inside is just green. And in here is Foxy Fall by Faraway Design. And the last time I worked in it, I finished the tail and I had a little bit of this part done. I had a little bit of this flower and some up here. So I finished this one, that one, and I'm working on this leaf over here. This is stitched on a 32 count Lugana? I don't know. I do know it's a color and cotton, but I don't know the name. And this is how far I am. The white does show up better in person, and there will be more white, but oh, I love the colors. It's so pretty. It's stitched using the Cold Force Weeks Dye Works and B5200 for the white. And I love just the bright fall colors. So I want to finish this because I just worked on it for 2 days and I did about a quarter of the pattern. So if I stitch on it maybe twice for another 2 days, so 4 days in total, it will be finished. So yeah, I will put it in later. My stack was falling. Then I have one project left and I put a sticky note on it. It's a new project bag I made myself. It was to try something new. I had a charm pack with all these tiny pieces, squares. That's it, squares. So I sewed them together and I made a project bag out of it. and the inside is just the same as I used for the binding and the zipper. And it was fun to learn something new, and I really like just this fun bag. In here is Curious Child, and I worked so much on this. The last weekend was a 24 hours of cross stitch weekend. I participated in my own way, meaning just taking a little bit more time stitching. My husband was away for the night. He was having a game weekend with his brother. So he went there Saturday afternoon, came back Sunday afternoon. It wasn't the nicest weather. We just stayed in. The kids were watching movies, playing Minecraft, that sort of thing. And I stitched. I started this at 5%, and I will put in a picture of my starting point because I did so much. There is a part of this pattern which is really tedious because the background is black and the girl on the foreground with her hat on. The first 2 rows in between that are confetti heavy. This is what it looked like when I started, and this is how far I am now. I had 2 page finishes. There's a really small partial over here, and then the next page. And when I was past those confetti stitches, it went quite quick. So this part is more orange than I expected it to be, and it will be. It will be quite small. I think it will be until here with the same margin on the rest of the piece. So this is, what was it? 11.63%. And over here is the start of her hair. I worked in most of the hanging threads into the new pages. So the next time I work on it, I won't go to this page, I will go to this one, because this is a small one and I want to try the staggered pages method. And then I thought, well, maybe it will take me longer to get to her face. But even if I go this way or just staggered, it's the same amount of pages before I get to her face. So yeah, I like it. And it will get more red the farther I go down. So these were all my whips. Whew. I worked on a lot of them. Let me count. 1, 2, 3. 13 whips. So and I finished the project bag. So 14. Yeah. 1 finished so far. So plans. There are some changes going on in my life. I won't go into it in detail. I do have a little bit more stitchy time. Things slowed down a little. So, but I'm also really tired. So I go to bed earlier. But I have a little bit more time to stitch, and I want to focus a little bit more on my finishing my non-full coverages. I have quite a lot of them. There will be a lot going into storage. I'm working on going through all of my whips, and some of them are going into these boxes. There are multiple slots in the boxes, so I can organize them quite well. And next year will be a full coverage year. I just love my full coverages. It's just so soothing to work on them. So to encourage myself. Let's go that way to stitch on my non-full coverages. Every time I finish 3 of them, I can start a new full coverage. So that way I can whip down and I can finish some of my other projects. And the 4 seasons is the first one, the first finish. So I don't know how many projects I have over here that are quite far close to a finish, but I don't think there are a lot of them. Maybe 4 or 5, including Foxy Fall. And what was the other one? The stitch along with the where did the scissors and the bobbins this time? The Stitcher's Paradise. So, words. Whew. So that's what I am going to work on the coming weeks, just organizing my projects. I want to make more project bags. My sewing machine is here on my desk, but I don't use it now because I have to organize my entire desk area, because there are too many hobbies splayed out all around me. So just organizing the coming weeks. I'm still working on filming the organizing, but I don't know how fun it will be to watch. So I will see that when everything is done, and I will go back and look at it. Maybe it's really fun, maybe it's really boring, but it is kind of a whip parade. So yeah, that was all, I believe. Oh, there's one thing, and I'm glad I'm remembering it. Last video I had giveaway winners. I had 4 and one of them hasn't reacted yet. So I will put the name up here in the screen. And if I haven't heard anything in my next video, I will draw a new winner. And it was for the magazines. So only in the Netherlands. It was 4 magazines of Borduurblad. So until next video, which will be somewhere in November. I have no idea when. So until then, happy stitching, take care of yourself, and see you next time. Bye bye.